All right. What's up, YouTube? Today, I'm jumping right on into this. Um, I see we are doing Raynn and Easy Mill. We're actually doing a interview of Raynn and Easy Mill talking about them making Storm and One and Only. This apparently came out 3 days ago. And you know me, Mr. Easy Mill fan over here. I like to see all the content that they drop because Easy Mill is dope. And you all like to see Easy Mill too, it seems like. So that's perfect. So without further ado, we're going to jump right on into this one. I'm Evie. You're watching EvStudiosEnt. And if you like what you see, then go down below and hit that subscribe button so then you could become part of Evie's family. Because we're lit. Their coffee, he hasn't even kicked in yet, y'all.
I'm reunited with Easy Mill and Raynn, and I'm excited to be talking to both of you at the same time. When I left the house, my mom.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool just because of the fact that you get to see the brother, and so every time they're together, it's cool because I like to see their relationship. I like to see because they joke around and they're always talking shit to each other, but at the same time, you could tell they're very, very close, and it's just like a good, normal, I don't know, brother-sister relationship. It doesn't seem hampered or too crazy, but you never know when you're on the outside looking in.
Mine was blown. I did not realize how much of an impact you both had on each other and how much you guys worked with each other on music. So I really want to dive in and talk about that chemistry between the two of you, like that first time that you started to collaborate together and how you've seen each other kind of evolve during that process.
What would you have to say? You ladies first.
Okay. So when it comes to us working together, we actually like, especially for the first parts of us making music, like especially me, he was always there. He was always the one who was like doing all the orchestration, all the kind of composing.
Yeah.
And while I was just kind of throwing ideas into the wind and hoping that he would put them on the thing if he didn't argue with me on everything.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. Arguing is good for your health, you know? No, it's not. But as a brother, it's good to mess with your sister.
Yeah.
I just think it brings good chemistry into a brother-sister relationship. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a tough producer.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to be tough, but I guess what I feel like, I make sure that whatever her ideas are marinate well together, and make sure that they come out like solid. I would feel just like that's just I want to make sure that she enjoys what she's listening to.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's actually the video itself that has these subtitles up here because I'm trying to get them off of here, but they're not. They're stuck on there. So, apologize for that, which is good though because, sometimes they do talk in Filipino. So, I like to be able to know exactly what they're saying.
Definitely. He also like helps me, like he also teaches me while he's doing all the producing and composing.
Yeah.
He's also telling me, so when it comes to songs, you have to make sure that like he's teaching me about timing, about like composition in general, about how things should meld together. And it's just really like, it's a really enriching thing as well.
Who taught you how to sing? Because your voice is incredible. You have this powerful
Agreed.
yet very
incredible.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain your voice. It's like super powerful, but delicate at the same time. And
he couldn't have put it a better way. I agree. Like I said, when I first heard her, she has an angelic voice. It's like, it's so soft, but at the same time, her voice is so, like, there's a deepness to her voice, but yet at the same time, it's so soft, which it's ironic if you think about it, but it's not. It just comes off beautifully. She's a very talented singer. She knows exactly where to change her runs, and she knows when to get high. She knows how to get low. and her vocal range is just amazing. And then on top of that, her voice is beautiful. And then on top of that, it's so soft and calm, but yet then she can make it hard hitting and make you really feel the emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect for artists. So who taught you that?
Well, I started singing like since I was 2, and probably like in terms of
I was
just
crying when I was 2.
that's what mom says at least. And I've always loved to sing my favorite songs. Like Taylor Swift was like my entire childhood growing up, and kind of like in my teen years, like
I say Billy, what's her name? Billie Eilish, and then no, the Billie Eilish. I don't know why I said IG, but Billie Eilish, and then of course she said Taylor Swift. See, I never knew Taylor Swift. Like, she's still #1 every single time on billboards, on everywhere you go. Now that I'm more into like music globally and not just music that I personally would listen to, I have to be aware of more of these things, especially doing YouTube, right? So I noticed that Taylor Swift has just been, she's always consistent, which is so like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that she was still making music like that, because I haven't been following Taylor Swift, you know. But like I liked the old Taylor Swift. I liked like Love Story and Teardrops on My Guitar, and there was one more. I forgot what the last one was, but around that time, Taylor Swift. That was my favorite Taylor Swift. Haven't listened to her since though.
Billie Eilish was like the main thing. So I kind of got the sort of powerful yet delicate thing over each and every artist that I listened to over time. And it kind of gave me each different impressions, and I kind of like sort of integrated it into my own little version, I guess.
Yeah. I love that the two of you not only work on each other's music, but you collaborate together on each other's music. Easy, when was that first moment that you felt like it was the right time to bring her onto one of your tracks?
Like initially, of course, I always felt the need, like not necessarily need, like I always felt like she belongs, like, you know, making music in a way, but there was a process at first, and to be honest, like, you know, we had to go through certain things, and like, you know, certain catalysts started like us on the grind, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, so just knowing like what we went through, like I wanted to kind of just cultivate, you know, how she approached, like, you know, the making the music thing too, cause with it goes without saying that like you can go and try to make music, but what goes into it is like your feelings and emotions, like that, like,
Yeah.
you know, and like I feel like that has passed through, and people, like, you know, gravitate to what we've sang and rapped. I would say, yeah.
Now, for you, Raynn, I can't stop listening to Storm. That's probably my favorite track that you've done.
Agreed. I cannot stop listening to Storm. Storm is incredible. I love the song. I love the beat. I love the tone. I love the emotion that's into it. I love the deepness that goes into it. I love like it's got a dark undertone, but yet Storm is just singing her butt off, and it's incredible. And then you got Easy that comes in and hits that, like, that struggle hard, like just like all hope is gone type, and you're at rock bottom type of energy that he brings to that. I love that song. And then if you do play it with subwoofers, oh my gosh, it bangs in the car too. I don't know how they got that song bass to hit so hard, but it freaking bangs in the car, and you would not expect it to.
And it's crazy because it's an early track from you. So the fact that you were so good at what you were doing at such an early age, talk to me about that track, Storm. How did that really kind of start out for you?
So in the way that it started out, it's actually supposed to be kind of like a sister song to my first ever, to the first ever song that I released, Raindrop, and Kuya helped with that one. It was
Which Raindrop is good. If you haven't seen it, I've done a reaction to that. Go check it out. It's on my channel. I've done a reaction to Storm, right? Yeah. I mean, I know the song Storm. I just didn't know if I have done a reaction to it or not. And I have definitely done a reaction to One and Only. That song is incredible too.
It was like orchestrative, kind of like more melancholy.
I actually did the entire Act 1 album review. So if you would like to check that out, I'll leave it down, or I'll leave it at the end of the video.
And I wanted Storm to be kind of like almost exactly like that in a way. And because I didn't really see myself as the type to want to do like belty or like big, powerful songs. And that's like when me and Kuya first like fought like on a song. And it's like, I didn't expect for him to be so adamant about it.
Yeah. And
that's where I kind of got the nickname from my family, like stubborn, like, you know.
I can see that from Raynn. I could definitely see her being very stubborn. Don't know where I get that from, but I could definitely see it.
Because I was really trying to get it to be like kind of more melancholy. He was trying to get it to be more punchy and you know, kind of like with
Makes
the
sense.
drums and everything, make it loud and crazy.
I wanted it to be some contrast because you had come from that sad ass stuff from that back, like Raindrop. So I knew like she was.
I say the same thing every single time, y'all. I have said the same exact thing. If you've ever seen any of my Raynn reactions, I always say that I love her music, right? But she needs to pick better men, because it seems like every single song that she chooses, or that I've heard from her, is her talking about a sad, like, whether it's actually a relationship or something involving a relationship aspect. She's always talking about it in a sense of like where she's hurt or she's sad. And I've always said her music is like, she just needs to pick better men. This is what I feel like. I feel like all her Filipino friends, or not even just Filipino friends, all her girlfriends need to lead her in a direction to better men. Because clearly she keeps picking guys that keep effing her over. And she talks about it in a lot of songs, which is not a bad thing. That's great content for songs and people can relate to it. But we all want Raynn to be happy too. But she actually looks pretty happy here. And I like the fact that she's more focused on herself right now, you know? And, but I do want her to be able to find the guy that she's looking for. I feel everyone should be able to find that relationship that they want. Everyone should be able to find that person to spend their life with.
Was like holding something in even when it comes to like the delivery of what Storm was at first, because she like when she I think showed me the demo, I kind of remember like, hey yo, that's kind of that's a universal chord progression you're using right there. I got a lot of potential, and you singing it a little soft right now. And I was like, hey yo, hold on, just sing the first part for me real quick. And then I kind of laid it down. And then I created like this drum break. Like
there you go, easy.
Right?
Yeah. And that part is fire.
I remember I was so kind of like confused at first. I was like, why are you putting drums on? It's like, I thought it's supposed to be only like
trust the process. Trust the process.
And he like made it into like a whole beat. And I was like, I kind of got mad. And like we actually started like yelling at each other for like a couple days about it. But like eventually I kind of gave in, but I kind of like didn't really like the song for the first few for the first year, I'm pretty sure. And then I kind of saw how much it impacted people.
Like, yeah, that song is definitely impactful.
Kind of like the comments about the song itself and how like people loved how like the lyrics and the energy of the song kind of.
I said the same thing right in the beginning. The energy and the deepness to the song. And that's why it's my favorite song.
Like matched
from Easy
like,
Mill.
How it's like
and from Raynn.
Chorus where it's like a hurricane is like, you know, it's like
that's hard hitting.
Literal.
It's giving the feeling like genuinely instead of like kind of like soft.
Like you hit rock bottom.
We just have a huge, I say, like past, or when it comes to actually dealing with like the title of the song and hurricanes. And so I feel like that kind of came through. I feel like that also like is an underlining reason as to why at the time it like just so felt so heavy, like for the song. And be us being like big fans of like
I was gonna say, I didn't say it because I did not want to compare it in that same sense, but I was going to say it's one of those deep, impactful, emotional songs like you would get from M, like The Way I Am, or Lose Yourself, or what other songs does M have that's like a struggle motivation type song, which you wouldn't see the motivation in the beginning, but Easy Mill, his verse brought that motivation, because his verse is where it really kicks in and you feel that type of M undertone there, like with the Lose Yourself or The Way I Am or the Rock Bottoms, all of M's motivational, impactful, just hard hitting songs is what I get from Storm. And that is why that is my favorite song from Raynn and from Easy Mill.
And I heard like this like other version of Love the Way You Lie for some reason, like because what she came out.
Wow,
yeah, wow,
that's
okay.
I
true.
was like, and she told me when like made
His
like a
voice
little
cracked.
bit of halfway front of the song, she was like, can you
like rap on it? I was like, because
man.
I was already starting to like kind of accept the song for what it was. I was like, you know what, this could use like a rap. Like,
Wow.
I think that would be
Agreed.
great, because
Wow.
at the first part
Agreed.
of the song, it was supposed to be just me, and I didn't think that he could like add to it in a rap part, because I mean, I thought it was gonna be like another kind of orchestrated song. Like, how can you rap on an orchestrated song? But with the beat of it, I was like, okay, this is giving. It's giving the vibes, and so he wrote the song. He wrote the rap verse in like 10 minutes, was it?
Damn.
How long did it take you to write it?
My goodness.
Like, yeah, it took him like such a short time to write it. And literally, yeah, like while we were making the song, he just wrote the rap verse, started rapping. And it was just like, okay, that's good. That's crazy.
That's madness. Well, just to kind of bounce a little
10
bit
minutes,
about
though?
the song
Damn.
that you said, like it reminded you with Eminem. Like when I first played my wife that track, her first question was like, "Is that Halsey?" And I was like, "Nope, it is not."
I get that a lot. With a lot.
I haven't listened to enough Halsey. I don't really listen to Halsey too much. I've only heard Halsey when she's been on a track, like with MGK, or when she was on a track with there was one other person, I just can't remember exactly who it was that I've heard her on, but I don't know too much Halsey, so I wouldn't even make that comparison in the first place.
A lot of the more female singers, I've noticed that like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you sound like so and so, and so and so, and so and so," and I'm
Why can't she just sound like Raynn? I think she sounds like Raynn. She sounds like an amazing vocalist, Raynn, from the Philippines.
just like, huh, maybe I do.
Yeah.
Maybe I do,
But if it ever bothers you, because I know some artists do get kind of annoyed about that situation, just think about it this way. Like, to me, it's more of a nostalgic kind of sound.
Fact.
So, like, I feel like I've been listening to you for a long time. And I feel like that's incredible.
Thank you so much. I definitely used to be like kind of annoyed by it, but in terms of like kind of like I have been starting to like kind of like get it in that sort of way.
Yeah.
Where it's like it just means that I've like kind of taken a lot from other artists.
Now, you guys also collaborated on Act One for One and Only. So, what was it about that song that you felt like
Fire
the vocal
album.
was, like,
Fire
perfect for you?
album.
Okay, so around this time span, I'm on my playlist. One of my favorite songs was Chris Brown's song
Which
"Don't
one?
Be Gone Too Long."
Oh, I don't know that one.
And on that specific one,
I gotta check that
like-
one out now.
no, One and Only. Are you Autumn Leaves?
Yeah, like the girl singing on top of him.
No, it wasn't Autumn
was it
Leaves.
really?
Autumn Leaves was with K Dot, man.
Okay, so don't be gone too long. So that's
Yeah,
how it
don't
was?
be going
Oh,
too
God.
long. And the other version,
Oh, the beat of like the beat type of beat. Don't
yeah,
Be
like
Gone
the
Too Long,
type of beat and vibe, like "Don't Be Gone Too Long" by Chris Brown. And there was this other version that Ariana was on it as well, and it was just a
Okay.
music video on YouTube. I don't think if it's even like on Spotify. I wish it was, but like on that version, like it was just heavily on my rotation. And like when I was making One and Only, like I felt like with just my voice, I felt, yeah, I need a female voice, bro.
That was definitely my job when it comes to like when it came to his stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
I need some chorus voices. Ruth, I need some random shouting. Ruth, I
Up
need
and down the
some
stairs,
I
like
need some-
what?
Why?
I need some second voicing on a second octave register. Ruth. And so
That's
yeah, that was
cool.
kind of
That's
my
cool
job.
to
And then
hear.
as we were making the song, like I was doing like for One and Only, it's like two voices, right? It's his voice and then my voice on a second octave, and we're doing that. And then he didn't write the second verse yet at the
course.
time, so I was like, what if I write that verse? So I wrote it pretty
Hey.
quickly, I'm pretty sure, like as well.
I'm
Yeah.
One and Only. That's awesome.
Like for me, like I feel like with raps or anything, I feel like it's a little easier for me, like because I'm just talking. So yeah, I'm just talking on a beat, and that one I wanted to make that really singy song. You feel me? Like on the doogs, but yeah, and I was like, man, I need some singing help.
Yeah, so I definitely I took his first verse and kind of rewrote the melody into like a good second verse to make it kind of like seamless.
Yeah.
And it worked really well. And then we just kind of repeated the chorus, made it bop. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
Best ghostwriter.
See, I'm just glad you're just not a ghostwriter. I'm glad that your name is also on there and we
Thank
get to
you.
listen to you. So
Name Raynn.
there we go.
Make it
Hopefully we get
rain.
more music from you. I know it's been some time. So I'm parked on your Spotify and hoping that something else pops out eventually. So I'm sure a lot of people will. Now
Oh, yeah,
you've
definitely.
been doing a couple performances because it's Filipino American Heritage Month. Today we're at Mania 3 here in West Covina.
Oh, I did not know
What
that.
do these events mean to you as a
Shout out to all the
Filipino
Filipino
American, but also, like, as a
American
new performer
out
to
here.
put your name out there?
Personally, as somebody who was born in the Philippines and came here at a very young age, I've always especially at the first part, especially in the first part coming to America, I was a little bit embarrassed about my culture a little bit at the first part because I saw all these kids kind of different with their different foods and all that, and they were all the same, and then I had my different little lunchbox. And then after a little while I saw that my friends were curious about my lunchbox and they tried my food and they were like, oh, this is so good.
I still need to try that food. I still need to try Filipino food. I have not had a chance to yet. I was supposed to after a live one day, but I never had the chance to do it. I am waiting to try some amazing Filipino food. I really would like some homemade Filipino food, though. If anyone wants to send me some homemade Filipino food, even though I know you can't because by the time it gets here, it's not going to be homemade and I'm not going to eat that. But, or if anyone has any good suggestions of where in America, especially close to Michigan area, right by Detroit area, where there's some amazing Filipino food, please let me know down in the comments below.
And then I was like, I'm so happy. And so I brought I brought so much food, so much
I'm
more
so
food. I was
happy.
very happy about it. And then kind of over time, I was a lot more proud of myself and my kind of heritage.
Yeah.
And just trying to be who I am. I was every time I say something wrong in English, I'm always I'm an immigrant.
Wow.
Just trying to, it's that's my
At least she's so honest and open. That's what I like. That's what I like. It doesn't seem like they take things too serious, but they do take their music serious. They take their career serious. They take things in life that are priorities to be. When you need to be serious, you got to get down and be serious, right? But they're also very, very, very joking and very understanding. And I don't feel like they take too many things to heart. And they're not too emotional about every little thing in the world, especially where we're at today in 2023. I like that attitude. And it makes sense because they look like they're around the same. Easy Mill and Raynn are around my type of generation era. I mean, I'm 28, so I think Easy Mill is right around my age, or he's a little bit younger. But I believe he's technically like the start of Gen Z era, so she is too. I mean, I'm not in Gen Z. I'm still a millennial, I believe. But we're right around the same age, so that makes sense.
Excuse.
All
I
of a
came from
sudden.
different country, guys.
All of a sudden, you're proud.
Yep. Yeah, but for me, Filipino Heritage Month is really something special because it really is like, hey, we're here, like we're here amongst you guys, and we have a culture that's beautiful, and
Yeah.
we all want to share it with you, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
Agreed.
Like, yeah, no, it's cool.
That's really
Awesome.
cool.
What about for you, Easy? You have a big Filipino show, part of the Filipino month as well, in New York.
Again, shout out to all the Filipinos out here, all the Filipino Americans, and the Filipinos that are in Philippines. But today, this month, I just found out it's Filipino American History Month. So, shout out to all the Filipino Americans out there.
For
Yes, sir.
SOBs on October 23rd, which
Yeah, I wish
I'm
I could.
tempted
I
to
wish I
just
could
fly
have
out
went,
there
yo.
to
I'm
catch
so
it
mad I
because
didn't get to
I'm
go.
disappointed that it's not in LA, but I'm also like, yeah, I got to catch that. And you
And next time, bring it to Michigan, yo. Come out to Detroit, Easy. You come out to Detroit, I'm there no matter what.
have a fellow Filipino on there performing with you as well.
And bring
who's also on
Raynn.
your album.
Stockton native.
Yeah.
You hear me? And be now gonna be out to New York. Yeah.
What does it mean to perform at an event like that?
Man, Spotify, I would say it's just huge, man, because like it's also I feel just like not generation wise, just like I feel like us, you know, just listening to music on Spotify and then now being able to perform for them.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's amazing.
Wow.
You see what
Yeah,
I mean?
I'm
That's
juiced.
dope.
I'm
We're
juiced.
definitely not like we're definitely nonstop Spotify listeners. Like I'm like he has a subscription. I just kind of I go my way around the ads. You know, I do all the. It's like Spotify's just a really good app for music. So we've always
Agreed.
been doing it like just consistently, and like the fact that he's performing for them is like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
man. Like
Things
the,
happening.
the SOBs, man. Son of a bitch. I was like, yo, this for real, man. This for real. Like for the actual app, we doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
really
awesome.
cool. Again, him and his humbleness. He shows normal human raw emotion, you know? He shows getting excited, getting happy, which a lot of these celebrities do not do. A lot of these rappers do not do. They try to come out there with a certain persona. Easy is just himself. Raynn is just himself. Best way to go. You're going to bring in the best audience that way, and you're going to be able to relate and connect with people more than you ever would trying to put on anything fake or anything with a certain type of ego, certain type of persona. That's why I connect with them so
Maybe
much.
you should, I don't know, try and get one and only to be on the set list so then you can join the stage.
Just be like,
There
"Hey,
you
Food
go.
for thought. Food for thought. I don't know.
That's also actually I forgot. That's actually this concert being the first time for me doing an all hip hop. All hip hop.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Oh,
All
dope.
hip hop.
I wish I was there, yo.
Oh man, we're gonna get some 8 Mile in there.
I would.
Fire.
We'll see.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, when I left the house on our first interview, aside from being like blown away by your vocals and your music, I couldn't stop thinking about how I would love to hear a collaboration with you and Tech Nine, but also
Fire.
a collaboration with one of my favorite Japanese rock bands, 1OK Rock.
One okay. Yo, if he did a collab with One OK, which by the way, we do have more One OK dropping. I just did SB19. I just dropped their Gento song. And now, because that one had a lot of requests, but my One OK has a lot of requests to do more One OK because I have 2 One OK songs, reactions that I've done on my channel. If you want to go check them out, again, I'll leave it somewhere in this video or I'll put it at the end. But we got more One OK on the way. Trust and believe that.
Which, if you're from,
But Easy and One OK together, fire.
are you familiar with them?
I've been heard of them, yeah, but I feel like just heard a little bit of songs because my best friend, he put me on, like kind of showed me a little bit of that stuff, and this was like just us, like, you know, chatting in Facebook.
Yeah.
And show me a little bit, but yeah, I've been heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You got
it
do a
would be
collab,
incredible to
bro.
hear a
That shit
collaboration.
would
So
be
for
fire.
us, the fans, like, what do we have to do to make something like this happen?
Yeah, let's get it, bro.
Just wait and see. I mean, we
He's one of my favorite interviewers now, just because of that.
cooking up all the time. So whatever spills out of our plate, just make sure to catch it.
Fire, we will.
All right. Lastly, Realist has been incredible, has done amazing. There's no music video yet. Any
I
plans for a
wish.
music video?
I hope.
Whew. I mean, yes, I would.
Let's
wait,
go.
for which song?
Realist.
Realist, right? Yeah, man. Like we want to do it. You know, hopefully.
That's not very too
I feel like I just
telling,
put
yo.
you I just made you a little nervous right
Yeah,
now.
hopefully. You talk about my boss. Hey, yeah, like, yo, we gotta get. Yeah, hopefully, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Awesome, guys. Well, I'm excited to reunite with you. I'm excited to catch you perform in a little bit. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let's do this again sometime soon. Raynn, new music, please. Please.
Yeah, new music. We need it.
You guys be
we
sure to
need
check
it.
out
We need it.
Raynn
We
and
need it.
Easy Mill. Thanks for watching on Front Row Live.
Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Raynn. Shout out to Easy. Fire interview. That was very just informative. It was cool to see them together, and it was cool. He is a great interviewer. I really like him in his interviews. He's probably one of my favorite at this point. I'm gonna have to go check out that Front Row Entertainment. I'm gonna have to check that out, y'all. All right. So with that being said, I'm EV. Go check out all my reactions I've done to the songs that they actually talked about. If you would like to, I'll put it up. And I will catch y'all on the next one. EV out.